Okay, so one of the things that I did is I went ahead and graphed it to see if it was one-to-one, and it passes the horizontal line test. I also could see that all of my x's are not repeated, but then neither are my y's. So to write that, since it's given to me in curly brackets, I went ahead and wrote it in curly brackets. So 2, 5 would be 5, 2. I just switched the x and the y. 3, 6 would become 6, 3. And then I did the rest of the points that way. All right, so now get this example in your notes. We're going to decide whether or not this is a one-to-one function. So go ahead and hit pause if you need to, but let's put this in our notes. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to think of, well, what is my parent graph? What tells me right there? So that's going to be f of x is equal to x. So that's just this line right there. This does pass the horizontal line, so this is a 1-to-1 function. Passes horizontal line test. All right, so now we're going to solve it. So step 1 is rewrite as y equals. Keep doing that instead of yeah. So y equals. So we're going to write y equals 3x minus 4. Okay, I've rewritten it. Step 2, we're going to switch the x and the y. This is how you find the inverse. So now we have x equals 3y minus 4. Step 3, solve for y. Or get the y by itself. I like to think about it both ways. Okay, so the thing is, when you're getting the y by itself, you have to kind of unpack it. So we are going to add 4 to both sides. Oops, that's a plus. It's just my pen is running off. So we have x plus 4 is equal to 3y. Then to get the y by itself here, it's being multiplied. The opposite of multiplication is division. That gives me a 1. I'm going to divide this by 3 because if you do it to one side, you have to do it the other. So now we have x plus 4 divided by 3 equals y. All right, my y is by itself. So step 4 is rewrite in inverse function notation. So that is, I'm going to go ahead and rearrange it. Because it's an equal, I can write this on the right side and this on the left side. So I'm going to, this function is f, and that is my final answer. So make sure you got that in your notes and hit pause. All right. This is example number 3, and I would like you to get this in your notes and answer it. Hit pause, make sure it's in your notes. I would like you to answer it. All right, so if you think about that parent function, oops, I'm covering up. If you think about that parent function, the parent function is f of x is equal to x squared. That's a parabola. It does not pass the horizontal line test. So this is not a function because it does not pass the the horizontal line test. Ugh, too many vertical line tests. Horizontal line test. That's the one I care about. I know it's a function, but it's not a one-to-one function. All right. Now we are on example number 4. There we go. Go ahead and get this in your notes. I've already started it, obviously. It is a one-to-one function because the parent graph is f of x is equal to x cubed. If I draw that graph right there, it passes the horizontal line test. So this is a one-to-one function. All right, so since it is a one-to-one function, I need to write that. That is a one-to-one. Yes. 1-to-1. Oops. Passes the horizontal line test. Okay? Now, I'm going to do the steps. I need to switch the x. First, write y equals. Then I need to switch the x and the y. Literally just that. Now I need to solve for y. How do I undo a cube? I cube root it. Those undo each other. I do that to the entire side. So now my answer is the cubed root of x minus 1. Note that I did put that in parentheses, and the reason why I did that is a communication tool. If I have this in parentheses, I'm implying and saying that all of this is underneath this radical, underneath this cubed root. So that is really, really important, especially when we're not talking and I can't ask you, did you mean to put that there, or is it supposed to be on the outside? All right, so then my last step is to rewrite it in function notation. So this is a function f, inverse function notation. So the inverse of the f function is the cubed root of x minus 1. All right, when you are looking and you're doing your homework, you're going to see something that says something like this. Oh, my battery's running low. Great. Okay, so you're going to see something that says this. Is this a function, a one-to-one function? That's what it's going to say. And then it's going to say something like this. Okay, so what this means is this is asking, is this a one-to-one function when my domain, all my x values, are greater than or equal to -4. So that's basically saying, is this a one-to-one function when all my values are positive? So that's what it's asking you. So this part is just giving a qualification, and then you should be able to answer the question. If you have any more questions, please give me a call. Come in and ask me questions, send me an email. I will be happy to help.